story in the New York Post that I had to bring up on the show today. Classic New York Post type headline, supposed to be a pretty wacky story here. My husband is gay, but we're married with 2 kids and have great sex. The woman, very beautiful woman. The guy, good-looking guy. The good-looking guy apparently is not particularly attracted to the good-looking woman, but they're married anyway, and they have kids, and they do the thing that married couples do. Wow, how kooky and crazy, isn't it? This is an amazing story. It's amazing that this story is considered so unusual. They're Mormons, or at least the man is Mormon. The Mormon church says, no, you can't do gay marriage or gay relationships, and if you have same-sex attraction, you just basically have to repress it and be celibate or chaste, but you can't engage in that. And this guy has decided to prioritize his religion and his culture and his upbringing over his sexual desires. He's not deceiving anybody. He's told this woman on their first date that, hey, I'm a gay guy. I'm really basically just attracted to men. And she said, oh, okay. And rather than just running away from him, she said, actually, it doesn't really bother me that physical attraction is not the most important thing in our relationship. Actually, she says she realized that he was her guy, that they were really, and he said that about her, and they were really meant to be together. And they broke up for a little bit when he was trying to work through his sexual desires. And then they got back together because they missed each other. Says it just wasn't a huge deal. He has, with me, his choice. What else mattered? Now they're happy and they got these kids and okay. First of all, this is what gay guys did for like all of human history. Okay, not all. Okay, some people would be celibate or, they'd be confirmed bachelors or, they'd live with a very good friend of theirs for a long time. But this was pretty common. If you had same-sex attractions, you would just repress it as if you had any other desire that you didn't want to live out or engage in for whatever reason, religion, culture, tradition. Now we're told that that's evil, that that's wrong. If you have any desire you have, especially any sexual desire, you have to fulfill it. But my question for the sexual revolutionaries who say that you absolutely have to, it's your choice. You have any choice. You can choose to be with a man, you can choose to be with a woman, you can choose to be with 2 men and a goat, you can choose whatever you want, and that's wonderful, and we need to celebrate all of that. Well, why don't we celebrate his choice? Why is his choice not valid? He's being completely honest about everything, and he's just saying, look, I would rather have the life that comes with being married to a woman with kids in my church community, in my culture. I would rather make that choice, even if my kind of instinctual desire, because look, this is a crazy world. It's a very diverse world. There's no end to the diversity and eccentricity of human beings. But he says, in my rational will, in my conscious will, I'm just going to choose to repress that sort of desire, and I'm going to marry this woman. And by the way, he's being so clear here because he's not saying that he's going to pray away the gay, as some people kind of derisively call it. He's not saying he's ever going to completely eradicate this desire from himself. But it is simply a case of desire, the case with desire rather, that habit helps to form our desires. So it's not like our desires are just permanently fixed, right? When we're little kids, we like milk chocolate. We just love milk chocolate. We can't imagine, C.S. Lewis makes this point. You can't imagine that there's anything better than milk chocolate. But as you grow, you still like chocolate, but your desires can change. Your tastes can develop. You can develop a taste for coffee. You can develop a taste for scotch. You can develop. When I was little, I would love to play Cowboys and Indians, to get back to a point we were making earlier. Now, I love to sit outside with a book and a cigar. When I was a little kid, I didn't want to sit outside with a book or a cigar. Not until I was 15 and I was a grown-up boy. Now I don't like playing Cowboys and Indians. Our desires actually change as well, and we can cultivate desires the more we practice certain habits. Not that you're ever going to completely get rid of some desire, perhaps, but why do you not have that choice? It does show the intolerance, the bigotry, the shallowness of the left and the modern revolutionary view of sex and identity and desire, that the only thing that you're not allowed to do is choose the more traditional path. That's the only thing you're not allowed to do anymore. I'm so glad you liked that clip. It makes me feel very good. Now, if you want to get more clips like that, you've got to ring the bell, subscribe. You'll get full episodes of this show. And if you want the fully uncensored show, and maybe you get more notifications than our big tech friends want to allow, head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play. Type in The Michael Knowles Show, THE space MICHAEL space KNOWLES space SHOW period. Subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show. Leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time.